One of Notre Dame's graduates gets to join the Loco Lawyers Club. That's right, Sonny Hostin, who earned her juris doctorate in South Bend, recently made a comment about immigration law that will make your jaw drop if you really had high expectations about her intellect. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Sonny Hostin is one of the co-hosts on The View. Judging by her demeanor, whatever animal has crawled up her behind has made her lower intestine a permanent home. I don't recall ever seeing her smile. But that's okay. You don't have to smile to be a lawyer. You do have to know the law, though, and on that measure, she comes up short. Here's her take on Trump's deportation policy.
You know, we keep on talking about criminals and immigrants being criminals. And I just want people to understand what the facts are and the stats are, is that undocumented immigrants are much less likely to have committed crimes than American citizens. American citizens commit more crimes than anyone who is undocumented.
She claims that Americans are the bigger criminals, and the crowd applauses. That is how low we have sunk. Americans cheering on an opinion that Americans are criminals. Gee, I wonder why Trump won.
I also want to make the point that an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense.
That's more like, zany or goofy. Yeah. It's the wrong kind of loco.
So to call people illegal is, in and of itself, I think, xenophobic.
Gee, since we're talking about federal law, let's go to, I don't know, U.S. Code. USC 1325, improper entry by an alien. Part A, improper time or place. Any alien who, 1, enters or attempts to enter the United States at any time or place other than as designated by immigration officers, shall, for the first commission of any such offense, be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 6 months, or both. Gee, imprisoned. I wonder if this means that Part A refers to criminal penalties. It mentions incarceration. We call that a clue. Sonny, Section 1325 is clearly not civil in nature. It's criminal. That's right, Sonny. Entering the U.S. illegally is a crime. I would bet even those entering illegally with no education at all know it's a crime. So what excuse does Sonny have? Here's another gem from Oliver Wendell Hostin.
He has circumvented established law by weaponizing the U.S. military.
Oh no, he's weaponized the U.S. military. Oh my God, he's an animal. He's out of control.
Explain what you mean by that.
Generally, before being deported, you have an asylum case pending in front of a court, and you must appear in front of that judge.
Well, if she's saying it, then you probably don't have to appear in front of that judge.
Right now, there are 3 million asylum cases and 900 judges. That is why the bipartisan bill that was going to be passed addressed that particular issue. And
you don't address issues, you solve them. I don't want to hear any crap about addressing. Addressing is a bad verb. It tells me nothing. What does this bipartisan bill actually do? She's not going to tell you. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. It addresses the problem.
instead of dealing with it legally in that way, and I'm not saying he's doing it illegally.
Well, then I don't care. If he's not doing it illegally, then what's the problem? I have a feeling he's doing it his way because the bipartisan bill doesn't offer a solution. I'm just guessing.
What he did was declared a national emergency that qualifies as a foreign invasion. And on the U.S.-Mexico border, not any other border.
Well, does it have to be on all borders? I mean, France was only invaded by Germany. I don't think Spain invaded them.
And that cleared the way for the Department of Defense to deploy the military at a 60% increase. I just think that our military members, many of them did not join the military to do that job.
Well, he's the commander-in-chief. They will do what he tells them to do. There's obviously some limits to that, and those are spelled out in the Geneva Convention. But if our soldiers don't want to do unpleasant things, they probably shouldn't have joined the military.
And let me say just finally that they are also racially profiling in doing this. In Newark, New Jersey, a business venue on Thursday was raided, and among the citizens that they detained and questioned was a Puerto Rican man and a military vet. For the 50 million thousandth time, Puerto Ricans are Americans and disproportionately serve in the military.
Yeah, but he wasn't arrested. He was simply detained and questioned. I imagine he told them,
Hey, I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a veteran.
and they said,
Oh, well, you're good to go. See you later.
that may be all that happened. But of course, she doesn't understand this. She can't differentiate between an arrest and a detainment. And all you have to detain someone is reasonably articulated suspicion. They never arrested him. Sonny isn't much of a historian either.
Many people would like us to be more focused on the insurrection that he personally unleashed. If you ask them, as we discussed earlier, they think it's as bad as like the Holocaust, and you don't have to take my word for it. Here is Sonny Hostin of The
January
View
6th was an
today.
atrocity. It was one of the worst moments in American history. And when you think about the worst moments in American history, like World War II, things that happened, like the Holocaust, chattel slavery.
Hi, I'm the most local person in here.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the worst things that have happened in U.S. history. I'm not sure why the genocide would fit in there. And World War II? Really? This just goes to show you how so deeply ingrained politics is in them. There's no perspective. January 6th was a bad thing. But the Holocaust? Slavery? World War II? Okay, Sonny, if you say so. Of course, saying stupid things is not new to Sonny. Here she is talking about her husband performing surgery on the uninsured.
Wait, hold on. Let Sonny get in here.
Yeah, let Sonny get in here. Stand aside. The brilliant legal analyst is about to speak, and we definitely don't want to interrupt her this time.
I agree with mostly everything that's been said.
Then everything that was said must be stupid.
We know that, only about 31% of Americans trust our healthcare system. We have a terrible healthcare system. And, doctors suffer because of big corporations as well. Doctors that want to do good, like my husband, operates on someone even though they don't have insurance and then has to sue health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
Guess what her husband was doing? Scamming insurance companies. Listen in.
Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, an orthopedic surgeon and husband of The View co-host Sonny Hostin, is accused in December lawsuit fraudulently billing insurance. By the way, this is a Daily Caller story I'm reading. The lawsuit alleges Hostin knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services in exchange for kickbacks and or compensation, and names him among nearly 200 defendants in one of New York's largest RICO cases. Wow.
That was local, but not in an entertaining way.
This is the largest RICO case ever filed in the state of New York. You guys wrap that around your brain. That's bigger than the mafia case. Like the mafia one was number one. This one takes it over. So he was scamming insurance companies from taxi drivers, Uber drivers, and Lyft drivers. He was performing unnecessary surgeries and then providing fraudulent medical services in exchange for the kickbacks.
So Sonny basically implicated her own husband in this scheme. Nice work.
Garfield. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm the local one.
The Loco isn't done yet. Here is Sonny about 3 years ago on The View.
My question is, why is deadly force always the first order of business, and especially the first order of business when it comes to Black and brown people?
Is she referring to the death of Breonna Taylor, shot by police during a no-knock raid in Louisville? No. Could it be Philando Castillo, shot by police during a traffic stop in Minneapolis? I mean, those would make sense, right? Even if you disagree with the claim of police brutality, you could at least understand her opinion. No, she's talking about Micaiah Bryant, shot by police while she was a split second away from murdering a kid with a knife. But it gets even dumber.
Let's compare apples to apples. Let's compare this young girl, 16 years old or 17 years old, to other 17-year-olds.
Wait, Micaiah was 16. You even said she was 16. Then you changed her age to 17 so that we could be comparing apples to apples. Yes, this is how Sonny logic goes.
Let's compare her to Kyle Rittenhouse. Video was taken 15 minutes before Rittenhouse allegedly shot and killed 2 people. You know what officers did? He was carrying an assault weapon.
Annie Oakley, she's definitely not. But a total lack of firearm knowledge is the least of her problems.
The video shows the police shared water with him and thanked him for his presence. Also, after the shooting, he was able to leave the scene. Even though caught on video, he walked towards police with his hands up as protesters yelled that he had shot people.
Yeah, this is real apples to apples. Micaiah Bryant lunging at a girl with a knife right in front of the officer, to Kyle trying to give himself up to police who never saw him do anything.
How about comparing him to Dylan Roof? In June of 2015, he killed 9 churchgoers. He was treated so kindly by police that he was taken to a Burger King.
Not only is Sonny ill-equipped in the legal world, she isn't exactly honest either. No one took Dylan Roof to Burger King. That's an outright lie. But Sonny, if you want to compare apples to apples, and it seems as just about anything serves as an apple in your world, how about comparing Micaiah Bryant with Corey Ali Muhammad? In 2017, he went on a shooting spree in Fresno, California, murdering 4 people. And why? Because they were white. This motive wasn't conjured up Rashad Ritchie style,
It must be racism because 2 races were involved.
Muhammad admitted that he shot them because they were white. Muhammad was taken alive. So, Sonny, you get to join the club.
With this bandana, I welcome you to the game.
Like my video and subscribe to my channel.